The last time the ocean race was in Kiel was on the 9th of June, 2002, and the German team, Illbruck, was being celebrated for winning the Volvo Ocean Race. In the crowd was a young German sailor beginning his career, Boris Herrmann, and the event made a lasting impression. "I used to live in Kiel, I finished my studies there, I sailed and trained a lot there, so I have a great connection to the city," Herrmann said in anticipation of today's events. "I also experienced the ocean race myself there in 2002 with the legendary victory of the Illbruck. I was on the water and remember that day as if it was yesterday." Today, the ocean race returned to Kiel for a Friday afternoon flyby, and the crowds were out in force to cheer on Herrmann, now the skipper of Team Malaysia. "Racing into the Kieler Innenfjord with my team and boat, after having sailed around the world, and seeing the many fans expected there is something I am really looking forward to," he said. On Friday, the competitive advantage went to Charlie and Wright's 11th hour racing team, leading the fleet into the fjord, around the turning mark and back out to sea, with a Sunday finish in The Hague the next objective. Team Holcim PRB and Biotherm weren't far behind. But the love and affection from the crowd in Kiel was for the final two boats, Herrmann's Malaysia and Guide Environment Team Europe, with German Olympian Robert Stanjek and national champion Philip Kasuski on board. "Look at how many boats there are, it's unbelievable," Herrmann said with a big smile, as his team made their way up the fjord. "This is very, very nice. This moment has been a big motivation for us the entire race." VO65 speeding down the coast of Norway. In the VO65 fleet, the racing has been fast after making the turn at the Langesund marker just off the coast of Norway. Pablo Arat's Windwhisper racing team led the fleet around the mark and remains in a close battle with the Mipri, a Treefork racing team. Further back, three teams have split away, staying close to the coast, led by Team Yayo. "It's been tough since the start," said Joy Fitzgerald on Team Yayo. "It was a really long first night, with a lot of maneuvers, a lot of sail changes, and so we're all just trying to catch up on a bit of sleep now. We've had no wind, a little wind, and then we had all the wind. It was pretty wet on deck as well." As of 1600 UTC on Friday, the VO65 fleet is charging south towards an offshore turning mark, before heading back towards the west coast of Denmark, and then being freed up to head to the finish in The Hague, with an ETA on Sunday the 11th of June.
When we go closer and closer to finish, you feel like there's good chances of winning, but there's always something that can happen before you cross the finish line, so you don't want to think about it too much, you want to keep focused. And once you go through the finish line, it's a big relief and happiness.
Nice job!
Crossing the finish line, it was a mix of real happiness, I think satisfaction, I think because we did a good job all together.
When you get a group to work together so well, it's great, and it's a great feeling.
For sure, like a few hours before the finish, I was thinking about maybe it might be my last day sailing on this boat, so yeah, I tried to enjoy the last bit for sure, and it was a bit emotional.
It's crazy to Imagine that it took us only 7 days to sail from the US to Denmark, on the monohull. That's very, very fast.
My role is always to try to make the boat fast. That's really something I enjoy and I like to do. And for sure, when we had a collision, it changes a bit the thing because as well we didn't know if something was damaged and could affect the speeds of the boat. And also we had 2 people down for a bit.
That was pretty violent. I hit my head against a bulkhead. Amory literally flew in the boat and ended up hitting a bulkhead as well. Obviously, I think everyone was a bit shaken by the event. Even if you don't think you're affected by this, but I think in your unconsciousness you are.
We shortened the watches and adapted the rhythm with Sci-Fi and Charlie and Wright to keep the boat going. And during the same time, we had to take care of Charlie and Amory as well.
We were uncertain also about the state of the boat. Holcim had a good run that day and managed to overtake us. But I don't know, like we found the energy, we managed to bounce back and get the lead back, and that was definitely the toughest moment of the race.
It's about the people in the team, trying to be really supportive and how you take the most of each one to make the best mix, and I think that's a bit what I felt on this leg. And that's what you have to recreate every time.
On the water, I felt like we were only one person sailing towards the same objective, and on land, I think I felt like the whole team is like looking towards the same direction with the same goal.
Navigationally, this could be the most difficult leg that we've done to date. It's going to be really difficult, different kind of sailing, coastal in nature, very little sleep, a lot of tactical decision making, difficult navigation. You just got to be on it. You just got to be on it the whole time. So we have to be more focused than we ever have been. As a group, you're trying to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Change is not a bad thing, and it's something that we've welcomed over the course of these last couple legs. We did some sailing with Franck in the pre-race period. Everything about the man screams performance. He's no compromises, he's pushing all the time, he's always looking to gain an extra millimeter. It's nice to have that centerpiece on what's going to be a very complicated leg. We've been spending the last couple days making sure we're mentally and physically ready to go, because it's going to be a sprint. There's really no rest until you get to the top of Denmark and you're pointed at the Hague.
The wind is kind of coming in and out, and it's in a thin band, and we're trying to get to a mark over there, but every time we sail up there we sail out of the wind. So
the mark is 130 degrees, huh?
Yeah, so we actually got in a good position, but then sailed probably 100 meters, I don't know why I was inside, but probably 100 meters too far out of the pressure, and the other guys that jibed just before us got into it, so they've extended, but they've stopped again now as well. It's going to be very hard to get to this mark, basically, because every time you sail towards it, you sail out of the wind.
We send the heavier guys at the top to do some fitness. Okay, now you are free and you can take it. I just remove the blocks, okay?
Yeah, we have some turns in the downline for the socket for the A2, so once we need to drop it, we need that ready, so we send Phil now up the mast to get it cleared. Yeah, It's dark, it's not easy. Maybe for him it's good, so he don't see how high he is.
It's all right. It's just it's very puffy on the water, so as soon as somebody gets a gust, they jump back at you. Malizia, je pense Guyot, il est tout au fond là-bas.
Ok.
Vous avez passé Malizia?
Non.
Malizia est sous biotherme.
Ok, biotherme, c'est bon.
Just past the Great Belt Bridge, and we are leading the fleet with one bit over 1 mile in front of 11th hour. I won't say that we have sailed perfectly so far. We've done a few mistakes on maneuvers, but so far so good, improving jibe after jibe and maneuver after maneuver.
But we're finding the right pace with the boat downwind, so that's pretty cool. We're keeping 11th hour behind 1.5 miles. It's not that much, huh? Anything can happen really quickly. And now we're on our way down to Kiel. A few more jibe in between these two islands, and then we'll be in more open water. And now we've got a little leg extension, so we're going to be probably doing a little bit of reaching or something like that.
Alrighty, we're on our way to Keel. Woo! We'll see if this breeze holds all the way in. Hopefully for the crowd it does. Give the kids a wave.
I've been seeing lots of boats, you know, dinghies, ribs, sailing boats all over the place. We're right next to them and almost a little bit of a slalom in between them. A bit stressful when you're foiling at 25 knots sometimes. It's all good. It's all fun. It's all for the crowd.
Yes. Yeah, cheers guys. Thanks for following. It's a great spectacle to sail through Kiel, and yeah, tune in for the next live soon, and I hope you all have a good weekend, everyone who came to Kiel. Thanks for coming out on the water, and now we're gonna speed up and catch the guys.
How does it feel after the light wind of yesterday?
Oh, it's good. It's super nice to have some breeze again. And then we're sending it at the moment. Like 30 knots, averaging 27 knots. So we're going quite fast to the top of Denmark. Then we will bear away and hoist the kite. still ETA around Sunday afternoon. So tomorrow we're home. Woo! Very happy.
And so now we are back at fourth place.
Yes. Yeah, we could catch Kiel last night. Like the wind increased super quick, and we had a beast mode, like full cowboy mode. A little bit. We had too many sails up, basically, way too much power. Way too much power. And
So there's not a lot of wind, and at the top mark last night we had a little bit of a boat handling snafu, and lost some miles to the leaders, but we were able to kind of sail through everybody except Holcim, and down in the light air we came up the back of them, and basically we're going to sail under their wind shadow, and most of the routing calls for a jibe, so it seemed like a good time to jibe, even though we were kind of gaining by going straight, but that was going to come to an end, sitting in their gas, so did something about it, jibed off, and going well now. We'll see.
It's routing time.
Routing time? It's sort of always routing time on this leg. Everything's pretty time sensitive, so have to keep checking in. But yeah, right now we're halfway through our sort of Kiel loop to get our timing right into the fjord. Well, I guess the big challenge of this leg is, yeah, there's so much navigation, so many marks, TSS zones, yeah, other ships to dodge, you know, constricted, much more coastal sailing than sailing on the open ocean. So kind of a bit different challenge, but yeah, pretty busy. And this leg is short, only 3 days, so yeah, the racing's tight, but there's little room for error, so we got to push hard all the way. This evening we'll be going fast again. And then it'll be sleeping time.
We are getting into Kiel. As you can see, there are a lot of boats around, and it's pretty crazy, you know. Everybody show up and check it out. So it's cool. It's quite windy. We finally got some breeze, 15 knots, and yeah, we need to keep our eyes open because there are a lot of spectator boats. You go live, probably one of the first things. But it's really cool. If you look outside, there are like so many boats. You know, it's crazy. It's nice. So it's very narrow place with a lot of spectators boats and pads. Very nice ambience, but it's a little bit tricky when you are going at 23 or 25 knots in the middle.
Next, we go to the top of Denmark. But it's probably more complicated than that. We've got islands and channels and ferries and bridges and TSS's and shallows. But we're headed north. And then when we head south again, that'll be towards The Hague. Complicated, maybe, let me rephrase that. The most complicated bit is probably behind us. We'll see.
Hello everyone. I think it's time for Flight Captain to fly again. So the kids are playing with me today. The kids are Will and Rosie. So this is a beautiful morning. Well, afternoon, because it's already, I don't know, maybe it's 12. I don't know. Anyway, it's a beautiful moment to fly the drone, because as the sailor says, it's a champagne sailing conditions. The wind is like 15 knots, the water is like flat, the sky is blue, sun is shining. Let's enjoy the drone. Look at that.
Finally, we've had some sleep. You can see my eyes. It's been an intense day. We're catching up. Whoa. Woo. That is a good looking boat there, huh?
Look at this beautiful speed.
Yeah. Finding some nice champagne sailing conditions.
Yes.
This is, yeah, we just come into the North Sea this morning. It's so amazing here because the sun is up at 2 a.m. So we have daylight almost the whole time during this day, which is fantastic. It makes staying awake much easier. We're just trying to catch the guys now. We've got them like 3.5 miles down to Lewis. We've got slightly more wind, but they've got a slightly better header, so it's a very tactical game at the moment, which is why we're looking at the computer. But it's cruising.
Do you like to sail with the spinnaker?
I love this bit.
Yes? Is it
I wish we had it in all the legs.
Ah, yes?
Yeah. Imagine if we had this in the second leg.
So it's one of your favorite sailors?
Yeah.
Why?
Just, you can sail the same as the wind speed or almost dead downwind. Which is incredible. I think the shape of the boat is really nice for the big rocker, the big scow bow, that makes it really nice to get the kite just trucking down forward.
You can see another boat behind us. But it's not from the Ocean Race.
No. Maybe you can see by them. Looks nice there.
Yes. So now we are doing what, 15 knots?
15 knots, flat water.
That looks cool.
It's very fluid.
Yeah, and so flat water.
Yeah.
We haven't had so much flat water, like at all. It's a whole new dimension to so much flat water.
Yeah.
Oh?
So enjoyable though, isn't it? So, just not to be slammed around for once. It's summer, huh? We made it to summer.
Will, why are you on your knees all the time?
We were just explaining that the nav station is broken.
Oh.
Why am I on my knees the whole time? This is very zoomed in. This is just my nose.
No, we have a wide angle, baby. This looks super funny.
Are you giving away our top secrets now?
Oh, no. They want to see us.
We're just having to run.
You could wait. We could go outside and wait if you want, Rosie.
Oh, wow.
You want to go there?
Yeah, let's go.
Go there.
Okay, let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go! Oh. Woo! Oh, so good to be outside. Whee! Nice. Guys, flight captain in the air. Oh yeah, guys. Bam! We are big time winning here. We have a biotherm just 2 miles to leeward of us. Woo! And we're gonna catch them. And then tomorrow around this time we're sailing into The Hague, and I'm so excited for that. Like, I can't tell you how excited I am. It's a little dream what's coming true, huh? Sailing into your hometown where my friends will be my family and just all the supporters from the Netherlands. I think it's gonna be big and wild and I already feel so much emotions. I thought about this quite a bit, like during around the world race. The past 5 months we've spent 91 days at sea, and that's quite a bit. We have spent more time at sea than on land, and I don't know. It's almost the end of the race. It's
in the shadow.
yeah. It's almost the end of the race, and then you know we have to say these guys goodbye, and oh man, it will be a big bummer. We leave our safe bubble, and we need to go back into reality and just normal life on land. But probably after 3 weeks we will miss each other, and then we will figure something out.
For sure. Okay.
All the time. Up it. Wow, this is a nice shot, huh?
Nice.
So you're flying at the moment on a height of
31 meters.
31 meters, and the mast is only 27. That means you're only 4 meters above the mast. You have the possibility to put our hydro generators in the water. It's like 2 little windmills, and they generate power too. And we use the energy to run the water maker, to run all the instruments. Yeah, that's our biggest.
Thank you very much for watching. We hope you liked it.